Well, hello. Good evening. Welcome to When Wisdom Talks. I'm Alisha.
And I'm Kadesha.
And I'm Naomi, and welcome to, you guessed it, When Wisdom Talks, with your lovely host, the Wisdom on the Wall trio. And we are so excited to be spending this time with all of you. And guess what? Another Thursday, and we're excited to spend this time with everyone. So, again, y'all already know, those of you who come back every week, you know the drill. Send us a chat. Let us know that that you're hanging out with us. And if you are a newcomer, we would love. I'm fixing my lighting, y'all. You know how you do. I want y'all to be able to see me well. Okay. But if you are a newcomer, make sure you leave a message in the chat. Let us know that you are joining us for the very first time so that we can give you a shout out. We also want to let you know that this episode and all other episodes are sponsored by Wisdom on the Wall and Be Inspired Global Network. And I can't leave without telling you what our mission is, and that is to empower all of you to live better and wiser through engaging discussions, fun activities, inspiring special guests, and so much more. So tonight is no different. I'm excited about the show. So I'm going to kick it on over to Kadesha so she can give us some more details.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are past the halfway point of the month of May. I'm a little concerned because we are almost halfway through the year. But you know what? Everything is well. God is good. And the fact that we're here, we definitely have something to be thankful for. So I'm glad that you are joining us this Thursday evening. You know what? I need to share it. I want you to share it. So go ahead and text somebody. Go ahead and share it on our Facebook. Go ahead and share the YouTube link out because we want to have your friends, family, and even your frenemies join us tonight. Yes. So we all month, we've been talking about health and wellness. And so this week specifically, we're going to be acknowledging National Barber Mental Health Awareness Day. And so we have a phenomenal barber and a phenomenal hairstylist because I don't know if it's just me, but the hairstylists and barbers, they're therapists too, y'all. So we just want to talk it through. And it's funny, I got a text earlier. Let's see if I can find it real quick because I did share it out with a few people. Oh, Lordy. But it was basically, it came from the Potter's house, so Bishop Jakes, and it was basically just reminding you that this is mental health awareness and you need to take care of yourself. I'm like, okay, Bishop, sure will. Got it. Memo. Got it. So we just want to remind you all month and specifically tonight that it is important to take care of you. We talked about self-care earlier this month. Take care of your mental and make sure as you are dumping on other people, that you also lend an ear so they can dump back as well. And so, yes, we're excited about our special guest. But of course, don't forget to share the show. Remember to follow us on Instagram. As you are, as Naomi said, as we're talking to you, talk back to us. And if you ever want to learn more about Wisdom on the Wall, the trio, Wisdom on the Wall Inc., you can go directly to wisdomonthewall.com. And we have a book full of wisdom that you can purchase there too. So go ahead and stop by the website, have you a good old time. Go ahead and purchase a book or two or three, for the people in your life that you love. So, all right, I'm going to send it right on over to Miss Adams.
All right, all right, all right. Well, good evening again, everyone. Welcome to our Tell Me Something Good segment. So, we are your bearers of some good news tonight, whether in the form of a story we saw, something on social media, on the news, something we did, something we lived out, whatever it is, the bottom line is it's some good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and kick us off tonight. And my story is an update on a story I shared a few weeks back. I had mentioned that Gerber was on the search for the 2022 Gerber spokesbaby. Well, they just announced that they have found their spokesbaby for 2022, and her name is Baby Issa. Look at her. Oh my goodness. She is a cutie. She is a cutie from Oklahoma. She was born in September of 2021. So you know I like her because that's my birthday month as well. She's an adorable 8-month-old member now of Gerber's executive committee. Just look at those eyelashes. Just like beautiful. But in keeping in line with their commitment to diversity, Issa is the first Gerber baby with what's called a congenital limb difference, where she was actually born without a femur in her right leg. It actually made her right leg shorter than the left leg. And in the announcement, Gerber is quoted as saying, "We're excited to see baby Issa embrace her new role. Her undeniable smile and bubbly personality capture our hearts. She inspires her parents and she inspires us too." And her parents said that Issa loves to go outside. She loves to be gently rocked by her mommy. And she's described as a crazy, happy baby who loves attention, cuddles, and she always laughs. And looking at that picture, you could definitely agree with that. And her parents were saying they just hope her tenure as the chief growing officer, the CGO of Gerber, that her story will actually promote greater inclusion for other children like her. So not only are Issa's parents they now have bragging rights as parents of a Gerber baby, but now Issa forever has bragging rights as Gerber's 2022 spokesbaby. And not only that, they received a cool 25 grand, and the parents actually said they're going to use it for her medical care. But I just want to say congratulations, baby Issa, with your little cute self. Congratulations to the parents. And I just wanted to update the story because it seems like Gerber is really into the diversity, because if those of you who saw the episode where I shared the one from 2020, and the reason why I highlighted her, baby Magnolia, was because first and foremost, she's adopted. And that's the first child that was adopted that was a Gerber baby. But the other thing was I wanted to give her some shine because it took place in the midst of the start of the pandemic. So a lot of people probably didn't get to see her at all. But it's just great to see that Gerber is really taking this truthfully, and that they are honoring diverse children. And it's just wonderful. And I just want to bring to attention of you parents out there with little ones, and those who may be carrying a little one in you right now, keep your eyes and your ears open for the next announcement for Gerber Baby 2023, because your baby might just be the chief growing officer of Gerber, and you can have that cool 25 grand in your pocket.
So. I know that's right. Because the way college funds is set up, you can you need every dollar, honey.
Yes, and every penny.
Yes. Speaking of cutie pies and diversity, I was out with my client earlier, and I'm telling you, her baby, she was like, "Do you mind if I bring my baby?" I'm like, "Girl, no." She was the best baby ever, and just the cutest little thing. I think she's 9 months and was 16 pounds.
Ooh.
And so her hair didn't grow in yet, so she got little low cut. We're gonna call it a low cut, and she was cute. So she's mixed. My client is African American, and she informed me that her father is Caucasian. And when I tell you this little thing, I wish I would have took a picture. I didn't want to be that one,
Mm.
but I'll see him again tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to grab one tomorrow. But she was such a good baby, like didn't
Mm.
cry. It was fairly hot outside, so anyway, she could have been on here. She could have won, but
Well, pass it on to her. She'll
I
still be
sure will.
eligible for 2023.
I sure will. Yeah, go ahead and tell us. So what y'all got going on good in the chat? Okay, Naomi is telling us y'all need to talk back to us in the chat. While y'all talking to us, I will hop into my tell me something good. So y'all know I'm getting back right with my clean eating. Okay, so I got to put these, fried food down. Sometimes these French fries, I love them, but they got to go in the back burner. So I tried. Well, been eating more of this week. Some avocado. So there's three things I've been eating and drinking more of this week. And the first one was, and it was so funny, guys, so funny. So I'm home trying to figure out what to eat. I'm hungry. I have, a taste for meat and want some meat consistency, but I didn't have any of my little veggie meat in the refrigerator or freezer. So sure enough, Mike comes home, must have read his little wife's mind, and he had barbecue tofu. And so I'm not a huge tofu person. Alicia, fix your face. But it was really good, and I could have been really hungry too. But it was really good, and it gave me that chicken consistency that I wanted. But it was good, y'all. It's at this restaurant I think called Roots in Newark, Delaware. So barbecue tofu, and tofu has some good benefits to it. So it's high in fiber, potassium, iron, copper, and so on and so forth. The other item that I've been eating a lot lately has been avocado. So Jean laughs at me because I will tear avocado up in a minute. So it's kind of like I almost eat an avocado like it's, baked potato minus the butter. I mean, I guess I could put butter on it, but throw some salt, pepper on there. It's like whatever you got, just throw on the avocado, okay? Some mayonnaise, sour cream, just throw it on there. But avocado is really good too because that's also rich in fiber. And so any of you who are really having, some issues with the digestive, fiber is good for that. And so it's also a great source of potassium. And so it really is a good snack. I mean, you don't want to do too much because it, does have a little bit of high cholesterol at times, but the fiber part of it is good. And people always, maybe some like Alicia, aren't open to trying different things, but you have to find the things that go with it that makes it good, right? So we talk about this healthy eating that we want to do, but just try something different, okay? And then lastly, Chris, you will appreciate this. That she's been telling me about coconut water for years. And not that I was opposed to it, I just never thought about buying it while I was in the store. But when your skin start having blemishes, you start getting whatever works. Okay. So coconut water is really good for like healthier skin. And actually, I didn't know this. Thank you, Lord. Kidney stone prevention, which if any of you have had kidney stones in the past, that has been me, is very painful. So it does say it's good for kidney stone prevention. Also high in potassium. Okay, potassium coming through in the three items. And free of fat and cholesterol. So coconut oil is good. And I have some blackberries and what else? Oh, raspberries in mine. So you can add a little flavor too. Aren't you proud of me, Chris? So these are my three items, my healthy items that I've been doing. You can add your avocado. I'm going back to my avocado because I'm in favor of the avocado. Add that to your salad, put it on the side of your potato, do something, just add avocado to your life. So that is my tell me something good for this week.
So let's clarify. It's not that I won't try it. Sometimes if it doesn't look appetizing, that's where the issue comes in. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to try, but
All right.
it got to look not
We're
crazy.
gonna put a blindfold on you.
That definitely not gonna work. It's like,
Nah, I
but no,
feel
I'd
you.
be willing to try. Just make sure it's seasoned well.
Oh
It's
Lord.
flavorful.
Okay, Mike, putting a whole salt on the salad. I'm like, wait a
Oh
minute.
no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put that salt on the salad. So
I feel you. My son is the same way. He sticks to the same stuff all the time. Doesn't really venture out, and yeah, he kind of gets that from me. Now my son, now my daughter, and my husband, oh, they like trying different stuff. I don't know. They have stomachs of steel, maybe. They have stomachs of steel because they can eat just about anything. Meanwhile, my son and I are like, not doing it. Not at all. Well, thanks, ladies, for your stories. I'm gonna go right into mine, and it's kind of, befitting, I would say, because we're in graduation season. I just had a chance to walk across the stage, and so when I saw this story, I thought it was just so awesome. So, this story is about a young person, a grad. Her name is La. I want to say, make sure I'm saying it right. So forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Ladira Light. Ladira Light recently graduated from Central Michigan University and had a surprise reunion with her military brother during her graduation ceremony. So I'm just going to show you the video. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful to even see how she lit up. It always amazes me when families get surprised by their military loved one that's coming back home. So I think you all will love this and enjoy it. So here we go. Uh-oh, wait a minute.
She had a surprise reunion with her military brother right in the middle of her graduation ceremony. It happened while a commencement speaker was reading a letter from the brother praising his sister's talents.
And I know that she is going to do amazing things in her life. She is one in a million with a special talent of knowing just how to move forward. And the letter goes on and on and on. But let me do this, Ladira. Talk to him about it.
Now, Ladira didn't think her brother would make it to graduation because of his deployment. Their dad was surprised too, ran out of the audience, gave his son a big old bear hug. What a beautiful moment. Beautiful. That'll give you a smile.
So her name is Ladira. I wanted to make sure I could remember it, but Ladira. Oh my gosh, I just thought that was so beautiful because I remember when my husband was away in the Iraqi war. And he didn't surprise me coming back, but I would always be so excited, for one, when he would send me things home in the mail. And I would get so excited by the gifts and the cards and the letters. And then when he would come home, the family would just, oh my gosh, we'd be so excited just to see him and to know that he's safe. And I think that's one of the things that family members who have loved ones who are serving, how they feel. You just want to know that they're okay.
yeah,
Because they're putting their life on the line day in and day out. So to get to see them and put your arms around their neck real good, it just feels amazing. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I love it. I saw that story and it was just so heartwarming because they were talking about the brother was saying, how they, they did everything together growing up. They did a post interview after the graduation and he was like, I just had to find a way to make sure I was there for that moment. So it was great. And I love how they did that because he's like, we got this email and they're reading it and he's walking down the aisle. I was like, oh, that's just awesome. So
yeah, it was a beautiful surprise. And for her to have this accomplishment and then her brother who she's so close to be there, that support system means everything. Mm-hmm. And I know we'll probably talk about that some more tonight, but whenever you're going about doing anything, when you have a support system like that, it means everything and it really pushes you to want to do better and more. So I'm sure she was like, oh, I got this now. My brother is here. Oh yeah, So it just made everything so awesome.
I love it. That was good.
Well, great stories, ladies. So with that, we're going to kick it on back to you, Kadesha, for the next segment.
Yes, ma'am, as I drink my coconut water. So, yes, we are talking about National barber Mental Health Awareness Day, which actually is today. And it was created to ensure that we're remembering to return the question to basically to check in with our barbers and with our hairstylists, right? Because they often check on us. And I think if you think about it, any of you who have sat in a barber chair or a hairstylist chair, they are typically very comforting, very talkative in most cases. They're like therapists. And so it's almost like make sure your therapist is good, right? So make sure that the people who are touching the crown of your head, a personal space, and making sure you're good and your scalp is good, make sure they're good as well. And so we do have a video that we are going to show you here, and then we'll come back with our special guest.
There's good news tonight about helping people feel seen and the Philadelphia barber boosting confidence one fresh haircut at a time.
On this street corner in Northwest Philadelphia, Josh Santiago is changing lives, one free haircut at a time. This RV, Josh's mobile barbershop, his motto and mission, empowering cuts, humanizing the homeless.
So I dedicated the last 6 years of my life traveling the country providing free haircuts for the homeless, military veterans, children, and just families in need. He said, man, I remember when you was on the side of the street.
It's a luxury that's out of reach for so many. But here, a simple clip, a safe space, and friendly conversation
Yeah, that's a fact.
are a lifeline for regulars like Elijah Fleming.
He giving us these haircuts is like uplifting our spirits, giving us confidence. You feel better.
It's an honor for Josh, who understands so many of his clients' struggles. He grew up in the area, the son of parents who battled substance use.
I'm sitting with this individual for the next 30 to 45 minutes, and I'm getting to actually know this person for who this person actually is, So the magic behind a haircut is just, it's life-changing, sure.
His calling to help others started in barber school, where he was assigned to give cuts at an area shelter. It's since blossomed into a nonprofit that also includes helping connect people to drug treatment centers. For the community Josh serves, a good day is all about respect and building confidence.
It makes a difference, big difference. It makes you feel like a person again, like you matter.
Everybody matters. Joshua has given more than 9,000 free haircuts in the last 6 years.
Wow. I feel it right here in the corner. Okay. I feel it right there. As somebody calls it, my eyes may be sweating. Okay. But that to me was just so touching because, I know we feel like that. We feel more confident when we have our hair done, but it's something for a man to say, you doing something to my confidence, man. Like that's everything. That's everything.
Yeah. And it's like kudos to him to even think to do that, to want to make sure that he's able to provide free haircuts. And first of all, I love the fact that it's shout out to my hometown, Philly. Mm-hmm. And just to see a young guy doing good, like he said, for the past 6 years, he's been doing this. And he has a GoFundMe account out there. And I think it's up to like 106,000 or so. Wow. It's 6 figures just to help him be able to do this. And I love the fact that, that entrepreneurial spirit is there, that he's taking it to the people, not having them figure out how to get to him. He knows where they are and he's able to, take his mobile barbershop there. It's just awesome.
I like it when your purpose aligns with your entrepreneurial spirit. When the two collide, it really has such an impact. And I think that's what we're seeing with him is that he identified his purpose while he was training. I think that's amazing because some people don't figure it out until they're in the trenches. It's not a hustle for him. Mm-hmm. This is his purpose, and he's blessed with income. I'm sure people are always blessing him, or God is always making sure that he's taken care of because of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But I think, because I was telling y'all in the pre-show, just replaying and re-listening to this song, and it is one of the things that it says is God is so intentional. And what I loved about was Josh's story is that he had a story, right? So his parents were on drugs, and so that was the beginning of God developing his purpose. You know what I mean? So it's like we don't always want to go through things, but it's like if going through that is going to help the 9,000, it's like, is it worth it? So it's like that's just God being so intentional. And Alicia, please earmark that so we can make sure that we sow into him. Because it's just like anytime anybody's doing good like that, then we want to be a part of that. So
Amen.
Without further ado, let's bring our other Philly cat out. Our special guest. Hey, ma'am. And are you in the shop? I love it.
Yes. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Ellison, who is a hairstylist, who is a barber, who is, first of all, honey, an author, a mother, a wife, a encourager, and my cousin. So I am happy to have you, cuz. Hey, Miss Ellison.
For you guys to have me.
So do you happen to, not that Philly is that small, but do you happen to know that guy by chance? Because I know you are from Philadelphia.
No, I don't know him, but like you said, that was so touching. I think my eyes were about to sweat too, because just to see him be so intentional, like you said, just bringing his passion alongside with his purpose, that is amazing. And like the guy said, just to boost his confidence, that's just awesome.
Yeah, so we definitely know you are a confidence booster, ma'am. So tell us, how long, first of all, what's the name of your shop? You go ahead, give us the address.
All right, there is our passion, and I am in Middletown, Delaware, 4390 Summit Bridge Road. And you said how long? I had to pull out the calculator for this today. I'm like, well, how long? But I've been licensed for 25 years, and that made me feel real old when I saw it. But yes, and I was even doing hair before that. I can remember back as far as probably like middle school. I had people in my bedroom with the hooded dryer doing finger waves. So truly, hair is my passion. I've always had a love for it.
Wow. Not the finger waves. Do y'all remember them?
Finger waves and scrunch waves. Okay. You remember that? I had to lift them up and everything.
We used to call them scrunchies.
Okay, scrunchies, yep.
So what is it about your profession that you love the most?
You know what? The favorite thing that I love is the connection with my clients. I mean, God really showed off with my clients. They are more like family than anything. And just the genuine connections, the conversations, it turns from a client to family, honestly, right? So the money is the byproduct. The service, I enjoy doing hair, but what I enjoy the most is just connecting with my clients. I mean, like you said, we're like therapists. The things we share, it can be so personal at times, but we just truly connect. And that's my favorite part about it.
Wow. I love how you said the money is the byproduct. That is awesome. The thing is, so you mentioned the positives of it. There has to be some challenges. What would you say some of the challenges are in your industry?
I would say sometimes dealing with people, all the different personalities, that you have to deal with. So every now and then you get that client that no matter what, it seems like you can't please them, or they just want to nitpick every little thing. But what I know about that is, since the majority of my clients are happy, 99.9% of them, I know by now, and 25 years later, I can really read people's personalities and energy and things like that. So the customer is always right. I know no matter what, they're going to find something. So I just smile and, keep smiling and do what they want to do. And then, I'll handle whatever I need to in my mind on the back end of it.
I love it.
We got Aunt Linda talking about she's been seeing a lot of finger waves lately. So they coming back. Have you done any finger waves recently?
Absolutely. I just did some last week, girl. I had to go back and what I gotta do go again, though. But yeah, they are making a comeback, but they're doing them softer now. So, in the past, years ago, you would use that brown gel or something, they would be rock hard. Now people like a softer look with their finger waves, but they are making a comeback.
Sorry for the men listening, okay? I'm sure you may not be as familiar with the finger wave style, okay? But we thought we was rocking and rolling at one point in time.
Well, look, in my opinion, the baby hairs that everybody, the edges, that's just the new addition of the finger waves to me. I'm like, that's the same thing.
I love it.
I love it.
So
Oh my gosh.
we're talking about mental health and how really sometimes, you as the stylist, you as the barber, because you do both.
Yeah.
You play the role as a therapist. Do you find that to be true? And what does that look like for you? And I mean, how do you like that part of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely probably could get paid to be a therapist at this point. But to be honest, I enjoy it because for me, this is my ministry, so I love to be able to encourage people, to help them navigate through their issues, to just lift their spirits a little bit. And you know what? A lot of my clients you come in here, Kadesha, you will have the gospel music on. A lot of my clients are Christians. So it's nothing for us to just, reference some scriptures. Or I have this one client, Miss Vilma, she's not walking out of here without praying with me, So, or I'll, she'll tell me to pray for her. But I just love the therapist aspect of it because some people don't have anybody to talk to. I might be the only person with the opportunity to encourage them for that day. And I don't take that lightly. So I just make sure that my heart is always positioned in the right place so that I can just be genuine with people and lead them, to God. First of all, that's the honest, because that's the resolution to every problem, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be so straightforward because everybody isn't ready for that. But the love through the conversation that I'm able to give them and the way they receive it, that's just priceless to me.
Yeah. And you raise a good point, right? Because I think, we don't always recognize that ministry can be right where we are, right? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be so structured or so rigid or in church. It can be outside of the four walls. And that's, you and the guy, Josh, that's ministry. That's you serving God's people and still encouraging and still uplifting and still spitting scripture, So I love that you kind of highlighted that part.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. So quick question. When did you first realize that your role was a lot greater than just styling the hair? You were now operating in that therapist counselor role. When did you first realize that?
I would say probably within the first year that I was behind the chair. And the funny thing about it is generally I don't find myself as the most talkative person or things like that. But, once I started doing hair, it was the art of doing hair at first. But then I'm like, oh, I really got to talk to these people, and then the things, you would be surprised at some of the things people you don't even know will just tell you just because, you're the person in that moment. It's on their heart. They need somebody to talk to. So, in time, I started to really dig into that and take that part of it seriously because I realized, I had clients. It could be they would be losing family members. It could be a change of life, maybe, homeless, different things. But I'm like, these are some serious issues. And I don't take that lightly that they trust me enough to have that conversation with me. And I'm able to be so resourceful because I do connect with so many different people. So when somebody has an issue, I can refer them to someone else. Just the connections that I've even been able to make for people. And I know it's nobody but God because he has lined some things up in here.
So knowing that you operate in that role, is there anything that you do in particular prior to your clients coming in to kind of get yourself prepared for that encounter?
Well, I always start my day. If I'm able to get here by myself, I just do a little praise and worship, while I'm getting ready in the salon. But another thing that I do, I'm not going to say every client, but a good majority of my clients, while I'm shampooing their hair, I'm praying for them. I see that as an opportunity, silently, they don't know it, But I'm definitely praying for all of my clients. And then when I know a more specific issue, yeah, they get right on my little prayer list, and I'm praying for them.
And I know, just because I know you personally, obviously, I know you have, like many of us, have our days where we start our mornings with meditation and our journals, and we're, pouring into ourselves, the different ministries that we follow. I know you're on our empowerment prayer call on Wednesdays at 6, but it's like, it's important for us to be poured into before we start our day,
Absolutely, because you can't pour out of an empty cup, right? So I first have to fill myself up before I can pour out to others. But I'll tell you, the truth is, I can come in here in any mood, if I'm not having a great morning or things like that. The second I walk into these doors and I start my dynamic with my clients, I'm helping them in a way, but it goes both ways, full circle, because I also get to talk to some of them that I'm closer to. So it's like we're just having a genuine friendship and connection, and sometimes we're each other's therapists.
I love it. I love it. So what is it about that chair that we just want to divulge everything? Like, what is it?
I don't know. I'm like, is it, the comfort, somebody's in your hair, that's kind of personal. So I guess you're like, well, at this point, they done seen it all. I might as well tell them anyway.
That is the truth. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. But I think, and it's kind of like been replaying like throughout the whole month. It's just so important to have somebody to talk to, because it's like we can keep things right here in our head between our two ears and try to process it and make sense of it. But it's like, if we can talk it out, and I talked about last week, if you don't have healthcare, if you can't make it to a doctor or psychologist, or if a lot of churches are virtual now. Like, if you can't talk to your pastor, you need to talk to somebody, just get it out so you can hear another perspective on a matter, on a situation. Oh darn, I don't have it with me, but I picked up a bracelet from Orange Theory where I work out, and it's just all about like preventing suicide. Like, we can stop suicide, because it's like, I just wish they would talk it out first, so it's just so important, like, to have, I don't care who it is, your barber, your stylist, somebody, the person on the bus sitting next to you, talk to somebody, but at the same time, it's important for us to have a good ear to listen as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So, kind of talking about the whole mental health and you're being there for them. What do you do for yourself for that mental health day where you need to kind of woosah?
Oh, I am learning the importance of this. Just finding some balance in my life, because I am somebody that's on the go, 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 go all the time. But when I get the opportunity for myself, I like to get a good book. I like to get into my devotions. I always include the bubble bath if I'm having some mental health. But just if I can just steal away a little time just to be still and have some silence, because my life really doesn't, have that on a normal basis. But if I can just it can be a 20-minute bubble bath, have my little book, and just some peace and quiet. Nobody saying, Mom, I need this or I need that. I'm good.
I love it. Now, how many children do you have, and what's the ages?
I have 5 children, and they are 1, 5, 7, 15, and 18. So there's one in college, one in high school, one in second grade, one in pre-K, and the baby has not made it out the house yet. But when he turns 2, he is going to daycare. I'm excited because I feel like I'll be able to have a little bit more balance when I get him out the house. Although I'm enjoying his company, but he got to go now.
That is funny. Now, I can't remember. Is he still in diapers?
Yes, he's still in diapers. Absolutely.
So one in college and one in diapers. I'm done.
Bless your heart.
A dull moment, I'm sure you can imagine.
Not at all.
I love it. I love it. So we know that you are, an encourager, but you also have some empowerment books one book, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your book.
My book is called Floetic Scripture, and it's a devotional that combines poetry and scripture. So basically, the way it's set up is there's a scripture, and then I wrote a poem derived from the scripture, and then after that, it's a small prayer.
And one thing I love about Chris is like she is such like she has words everywhere. So at home, in the shop, like her t-shirts, she also has a t-shirt line, and it's scripture on her t-shirt line as well. But always something like it's hard for you not to be encouraged because you're gonna find something encouraging even in the space on the shirt or something. So it's really just
Can you see that?
oh wait, which
I gotta line it up right.
oh pray.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Look, this camera's throwing it off, but
no,
yes,
right there.
be encouraged, okay?
That is dope. I
love
love
it.
that.
When did you get that?
Hmm.
When did you get that?
Oh, just over the weekend.
Speaking of words everywhere.
Right.
On the hands too.
Like, what's on your hands? Pray.
I love it. That was so fitting. Wow. So what else? So what's going on? What's next for you?
You know what? I've been pondering on that a lot. What's next for me? I do feel like a shift is near in the near future. Although I do love, being a hairdresser, and I've been doing this, like I said, over 25 years. But I think I don't know. I have a few different things I want to, I guess, transition into. So really, I've been thinking about, do I want to be a life coach? Because I'm talking to people and stuff like that. And so many people are like, wow, I think you have another calling. So I don't know, whatever it is, encouragement is going to be involved in it for sure. I don't know if I want to be a life coach. I had that restaurant idea. I have a passion for food, so something new is brewing in the pot. I'm just waiting for God to reveal it to me. So it's coming.
We always have ideas.
Exactly. But, I'm like long term. One thing about this type of career, I mean, I can't see myself being, 60, still standing on my feet and doing here. Not that you can't do it, but, after a while, I feel like I just need to transition into something else that I can still have the same encouragement and share my gifts, but I don't have to stand on my feet and do so much physical, work in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And the entrepreneurial spirit never dies. So I can foresee you transitioning from this and doing something else, but that's the truth, that it never dies. You continue to evolve in it.
Absolutely.
I love it. So now, what would you say to somebody who's interested in becoming a hairstylist and or barber? Like, what words of wisdom, what words of advice would you give them?
I would say be prepared that it's a lot more than just the skill of doing hair that's involved with it, because you have to have one thing that I prioritize is good time management. My clients come in, and the time that they are scheduled is the time they are taken. And most of my clients are in an hour or less. There's not people waiting. It's just that I respect their time. That's priority. My goal is to serve in excellence. Like I said, the money for me is a product, but I just look at it as an opportunity to serve people. So I think that you have to have a serving spirit. You can't do it just because you think it's a lucrative business to get into, because it can be that too. But when you are serving people in excellence, they're happy. They're going to be, I've had clients I've been a hairdresser 20 years, 25 years. I've had some clients for 20 years, that'll keep people coming in. So I would say just focus on your customer service. I think that may even take more priority over your skill. I feel like people really will come back if your service is great. Of course, you want to brush up and be excellent in your skills as well. But time management, customer service is so important.
That's huge, because that's one of the biggest reasons why I think a lot of times when people latch onto somebody who does hair well, and maybe they do it out of their homes, you're willing to do that because I know for me, I don't want to have to deal with, now I have to give up my whole day to go to a shop. So it's good to know that you are respectful of that. And it makes sense that when your clients latch on to you, they stay with you because you could feel that respect. And if you could get in and get out in an hour, that is huge. So yeah, that's good. Kudos. Hopefully people are catching that who are interested in that industry.
Yes, that's important.
That is important. And you are one of those, you're just a giver overall. And I've seen where, hey, Kendra, she says, greetings all. I've just seen where it's, there's that saying where you can't beat God given. So it's like, you always come from a place of giving, just give. And it's like, as you continue to give, it's going to eventually, it has to come back to you, right? In the case in your life and in your business. So that's some kudos. So what would you say, because you are a mother wearing multiple hats. So what do you say to that woman who is, an entrepreneur, a mother, potentially a wife, maybe she is a single mom. You understand both sides of the coin. So like, how does she find encouragement? How does she get poured into?
I would say number one, connect with some women that are similar to you. So maybe find a good ministry, maybe some other stylists. But I think it's important to be connected to people who have similar life experiences with you, because you can relate and you can kind of glean off of each other. Sometimes you're in positions, even in business, where you're like, am I the only one who feels this way? Or am I the only one? So networking is important, I think. And I also just think it's important to have that balance. Don't forget about yourself. So as much as you're wearing these hats, you may own a business, you still have to be a mom and things of these nature, but you have to prioritize yourself, even if it's 10 minutes, right? But that's 10 minutes for you, where you can just kind of be intentional about making sure that you fill yourself out before you go to give out.
Here goes Candace talking about my favorite my favorite husband.
Yep.
That's our other cousin. Oh my goodness, she's hilarious. That's so true. I like what you said about prioritizing, right? Because it's like, who else gonna prioritize us if we don't? And I think, there's a level of guilt that maybe comes with it. I would imagine there's a level of guilt, particularly as a mom. But what if I don't put my kids first? But I feel like you're teaching them, or you teach people how to treat you, right? So whether that's kids, colleagues, neighbors, so on and so forth, it's like, if you prioritize self-care, then other people will see that and maybe emulate that as well.
And there is you're right about that. There is sometimes a little mom guilt you give, but what I've learned is I'm better for it. If I take time for myself, then when I get to them, my energy is in the right place. If I'm overwhelmed and I didn't take time for me, it's not intentional, but naturally, whatever my mood and my energy is, they may get a little bit of the shorter end of the stick. And I try my best not to do that. So I've learned the importance of, okay, you have to make sure you carve some time out for you.
Ma'am, I ain't seen nobody, and I said ain't, okay? I ain't seen nobody as patient as you, okay? So you have definitely been graced with the gift of patience. I love it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know how she does it, but it's like you're not phased. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's just jumping off the thing, no problem.
Look, I said, but I'm glad my thoughts can't be exposed. It looks that way because in my mind, it's a little something different going on.
I love it. Well, tell us again how, if people want to contact you and connect with you, one, for your hairstylist, if they want to book an appointment, or if they want to purchase one of your t-shirts or your books or any of your empowerment products.
All right. Well, my website for my t-shirt line is www.blingtea.com. And for the books, it is www.floeticscripture.com. And then I also have a website for the salon, which is hairisourpassion.com. So thank you for letting me share that.
Yes.
Love it. Oh my goodness. I just want to say real quickly that you mentioned the importance of balance, and just listening to you you embody that balance. I mean, you think about 5 children, the age ranges that you mentioned, running a salon, ministry, you're, in various ministries and everything. So thank you so much for just living out what you shared in terms of the advice. Just great job. Kudos.
Thank you.
I want to make sure we get the bling tea. I'm laughing. We got a family on here. They cracking me up. But I want to make sure we get the bling tea website right. Is it TEE or
BLINGED?
Okay, bling. Okay. Sister, I'm not putting my coconut water down, okay? So blingedtea.com. Is it T singular or TEE?
TEE.
Okay, perfect. Well, my dear, I am so grateful that you were able to join us and share all of your businesses and all of your endeavors, and more importantly, share your wisdom.
Well, thank you for having me on, ladies.
Have a good night, cuz. Love you.
Love you.
Oh my goodness. Can y'all balance 5 kids, 3 businesses, a husband, and have your sanity?
That's why I said balance is the word for her. She exemplifies that. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it definitely takes a lot of patience to be able to do all of that. So the fact that she's graced with it, big ups to God for blessing her with that patience.
I always tease her because our grandmother had 8 children. So I always say she's the one that's going to carry the torch. So I know she don't want no more, but yeah, it's just a gift. If God blesses you with that many children, obviously He can trust you. So it's a gift. So make sure you check out her websites, ladies and gents. She definitely has a lot of positivity to give to the world.
I love the concept of her book as well. Was it Floetry?
Floetic scripture.
Floetic scripture. That sounds good. Gotta check that out. Yeah.
So Naomi, you said you have something.
I gotta show y'all this picture. So when we was talking about finger waves and stuff, I started looking up stuff. I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane real
down memory lane.
Oh my gosh, the multicolors, the lifted finger waves, and there may be a French roll behind there that's holding them finger waves up. But how many of y'all?
And she was fly. She was fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell her nothing with that gold lipstick. Oh, come on. She was doing her thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Renisha has said, what did Renisha say earlier? She said baby hairs could have stayed right where they were.
I know they done brought them back.
Oh my gosh. That's it.
Oh, that is too funny. Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute, I got that one for you. This one got a bunch of different ones.
Oh wow.
Wait. No, that was some Philly hairstyles right there. But y'all doing that in Baltimore too?
Oh yeah, for sure. But Philly and Baltimore have a lot of similarities, even in how we speak. Yeah, like it's that. Yeah, so the hairstyles, the fashion kind of aligned. And I figured that out from traveling there a few times. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So, yeah. Okay, let me see.
Y'all making me want to bust them out. The finger waves.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. You are definitely going back. Look.
Remember the pin curls and the burrow curls? I think number 7.
This giving me the SWV vibes.
Hairstyle number 7. Yes,
I love it.
With the hair
What'd
over
you
the
say
eyes.
About number 7?
You had to have that long bang hanging. Number 7, the burrow curls and the pin curls.
Oh goodness!
So wait a minute, but wait. Do y'all see the what is those? And number 4, number 6, the
chopsticks. They were chopsticks. Yeah, if you put the chopsticks in your hair, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh goodness! Oh man, that is so funny. Oh man,
you got no more for us because that was funny.
That was
I
it.
wish
That's
I
all
could.
I
I
had.
wish I could pull up some of my old pictures. Oh my goodness.
I
Pull up
know.
some more.
Oh my
Since
gosh.
we having so much fun with it.
'Cause I think I was in. Was that ninth, 10th, maybe ninth, where I first got that color, and I had the finger waves lifted. Yeah, you couldn't tell me
Oh
anything.
yeah.
That is too funny. I
What's
remember getting the
And y'all remember the glitter?
asymmetric the what was that?
the glitter?
Oh,
Cindy?
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh no,
No,
I
I
was
said
just
the
saying I
glitter. And
remember. Oh no, I didn't do the glitter in the hair. I didn't do that. I just remember getting the asymmetric. I can't even say it. I'm laughing.
Asymmetrical.
Yes. Back following Salt and Pepper with those haircuts. Like, oh man. Whew, those were the days. They'll look back at those pictures.
We did some things, honey. Fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Okay, that's
You got to
what we
give
did.
homage to the hair for
Yes,
holding up.
yes. Woo wee! I love it.
some stuff to that hair. Woo.
So, what did y'all
Our
enjoy most
edges
about
did
the interview? Oh, you got one more for us?
Oh wow. Oh no,
I
no, no.
thought
I didn't find any more. Mm-mm.
no. What did y'all enjoy? I mean, honestly, it made me think. It made me rethink like hairstylists, right? And all that they have to endure and go through. Because like she said, it's not just about the skill.
Mm-hmm.
The
Absolutely.
art of doing hair is more than that, you know?
I agree. I mean, to be honest, I never even really thought about the connection between the mental health and when you think about hairstylists and barbers, never really thought about it until they came up with the awareness of it. And it makes sense that, it's something we need to be aware of because they are operating as therapists and counselors and, they need help too. You always pour, like she said, you're always pouring out to people. You have to have a way to be able to be poured back into. So I love when she said that there are instances with her clients where they're speaking into her, and praying for her as well versus always giving out. So yeah, it has to be a give and take or you will burn out quickly.
Yeah, there were so many things that she said, but I just admired her ability to just balance it all and the ability to prioritize. And I think that's an aim for many of us. It's a daily process for one thing. It's not something that you just learn overnight. But as she's gone through her business and as she's evolved, she's learned how to prioritize. And I think that's key.
Yep.
Yeah. It just keeps ringing in my ear, and I just feel like somebody just needs to hear it. Like, make sure you talk to somebody. you know, we talk to God, absolutely, and we should. But sometimes we just need that clear, audible voice, and not that God's voice is not clear, but sometimes you just need to bounce some ideas off of somebody. So, for those of you who are watching, we just want you to know that it's okay to speak. It's okay to talk how you're feeling, talk it through with somebody, and make sure you get a therapist of some sort, right? So whether it's a licensed one or one who may be having their hands in your hair, talk to somebody. Period, point blank. Make sure you talk to somebody. So it's just about a wrap, y'all. I'm glad that you guys were able to tune in this Thursday evening. Yet again, another episode of When Wisdom Talks. And of course, it was brought to you by Wisdom on the Wall and Be Inspired Global. We want to remind you that we are encouraging 3 times a week. So Monday nights, we have our pop-up prayer call at 6:30. It really is a pop on for about 15 minutes. We're just giving you prayer injections. Wednesday mornings, we have an empowerment prayer call at 6 a.m. where we're giving you Bible for breakfast, as Alisha likes when I say that. And then Thursday nights, we're kicking it with you, right? Still encouraging you, but letting you let your hair down. And hopefully you can see that we're letting our hair down as well. But all of these outlets are places for you to be encouraged and places for you to, collaborate and connect rather with other women and other men who are like-minded, even though it's virtually. So we hope that you can feel our faith and feel the energy and feel the empowerment and feel all of the things that we're trying to give you virtually. So thanks again for tuning in. Until next time, make sure that you stay safe, stay blessed, and stay in faith. And make sure you talk to somebody.
See ya.
Have a good night.